Hello, everyone. Just stepping in just a little bit ahead of the timer to make sure I get Astros lineup in here correctly. You notice on the scoreboard on the right, have a few updated logos. Bombers got the new logo in. I think the Stingers logo also got a little bit updated as well. Check. So are we good to go from here, Aggie? 5. Okay. 6. Right? And oh. Yep. And with me tonight is your friend in mind, Mr. Puppet.
Good evening.
He's gonna help me out here some tonight with my voice being a little bit lackluster.
That's the plan.
4 games here tonight as we kick off week 9 here in season 10. Bombers won the first meeting last week. I think it was 4-0, I believe. Here we are back at the Aces. That's up the middle, and Faulkner will be aboard.
Great little start off.
Now batting, third baseman, number 13, Hank S.
So we're front-loaded with a division game, back-loaded with one, and then we've got 2 interconference matchups, Skulls and Wrongfielders. That's in the dirt. And Faulkner, I believe, has stolen base number 9 on the season. Well ahead of most others.
He's going to go for 3
He's
as
making
well,
it 10.
Wow.
Chopper to short. The run will score. So Faulkner's wheels push forward some offense here for the Astros here early.
And I think if he doesn't steal at all, that's a double play right off the bat.
Bounce back with the strikeout. 2 down now. Brett McClary. Is the backup catcher in the game here for the Bombers here tonight, as Beto Mastiff getting the day off. She was tense and in the she was only well, not fit, so figured it was as good a time as any to sub her out.
Yeah, I think that's probably, I was thinking about it earlier tonight, probably the biggest differences between this season and the last is you have carrying over mojo as well as injuries. I was thinking about, some of these pitchers that are getting, multiple week-long injuries. I had one of mine. And that will really mess up with your season now.
Mm-hmm. Swing and a miss, and there's a strikeout for Mostes. Yeah, we've seen the injury bug bite a few teams. Wrongfielders lost their ace starter on the first game of the season, I believe it was. And of course, we know what the Dragons are happening to the Dragons right now.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot. I don't think they have any backup catchers, and their main catcher is pretty ill. So
the Liberty as well have suffered a few injuries. We'll have to check their lineup when they come up here in Game 3.
When on first Fowler Marsh, he has a 455 average over first 9 weeks. Pretty good. Seeing, you know, averages starting to normalize a bit, but still a couple you have in the high 400s.
Yeah, I think there's even a few that are still maybe in 500 territory, but it's definitely few and far between, and he'll strike out there.
There's another in the 455 area.
2-1 here to Lewis. 3-1. Fouled back for a full count. And that will be a walk. So 2 on, 2 out here for the Bombers. Collins Everett to the plate.
Inside.
1-2. 30th pitch here for Everett in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Ends up striking out the side. We'll head top 2, 1-0 in favor of the Astros.
Yeah, not a bad outing, but it is a pretty big pitch count for that inning, so we'll see how that goes. Take a look, and this another thing in addition is bullpens. Now you have to actually
Hanging up there, but not quite. Guzman at the track in left center for out number 1.
Yeah. As I was saying, you have to have an actual good, strong bullpen nowadays, because you can't just rely on 1 or 2 guys. It's gonna be multiple guys coming in and guys being tired.
Yeah, no longer relievers playing potentially multiple games back to back. You actually have the fatigue carry over game to game.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Will Knockmore.
1 on, 1 out here, Brew Knockmore. 1 out walk given up by McPherson. That one's foul, 1-2. Couple put into the third base stands. In the dirt. Ooh, just missed the zone there. Right back to the mound. And a 1-6-3 Dragon special will send us to the bottom of the second. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Bombers. And Salmon will start things up with a base hit up the middle.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 50, Piper Spears.
It is a bit unfortunate that the Bombers, they're not exactly crazy speedy team. Astros having I believe their backup catcher is in, and doesn't have exactly a great arm behind the plate. So
yeah, that's probably the one pretty big glaring defect in this Bombers team, is just the lack of speed. The fastest player on the team, I think, is our leadoff hitter. I can't remember. That's only 80 speed.
nearly a double play there. Caught by the first baseman, but couldn't step on it in time.
2 down now, 9-hole hitter Guzman to the plate. Runners going, that one's hit into right. And caught at the wall by Knockmore. Didn't miss a home run by more than a couple feet. And we'll head to the top of the third, still 1-0 Astros.
The left fielder, number 88,
Atlas best, not looking his best right now. 53 average.
Yeah, we have seen our fair share of players this season really struggling early. It's a 3-1 count here. Finds his own. Ends up giving up another walk. I believe that's the second or third given up by McPherson here. Dab Dapper. C plus hitting 357 on the year. Like he's probably a little bit more of a bench bat. Grounder to Spears. Marsh in the dirt, but Lewis picks it for the Dragon special and brings up the difference maker in this game, Faulkner. Base hit, stole second and third, and then scored on a fielder's choice. Brings him to 10 stolen bags on the season. Outpacing the rest of the league by probably at least 3 or 4 now. He slaps one into left and off top of the wall. And that will be a double. Faulkner literally doing it all here for the Astros here tonight.
Does he steal is the question here. And it's not like the Bombers have a bad arm behind the plate either. It's just Faulkner is just
so fast, and that will probably be fast enough for him to score again.
Yeah. 2 runs for Walker or Faulkner on the day.
That one into right, and that one is out of here. And it's 4-0 Astros. And that is out number 3, a 3 spot in the top of the third. And it's 4-0 Astros. Here she is. This is our fastest player. She could even just be like a 250 hitter. It'd be great because she's got distractor on her. Jeez.
Right.
5 strikeouts now for Mostes.
I think so far we saw like early in the season, a lot of talk about what sort of traits are going to be the best. I think a lot of people were talking about green traits, distractor, that type of stuff. I think it's hard to argue that green traits aren't.
Second baseman, number 66, Fowler Marsh.
No, that's outside.
2-2 here to Marsh. Into center field, but it doesn't look like that will be deep enough. Caught at the track by Faulkner for out number 3. We'll head to the top of the 4th.
Now batting, the catcher, number 9, Parker Guevara.
That's a swing.
And that one's headed towards the gap. That's going to be extra bases. McPherson not looking his best here against the Astros.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 33, Boston Dakota.
Yeah, he's tense now. Oh,
Another base hit. Runner will stay put at third, and it's at the corners, and nobody out here for the Astros.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Drew Knockmore.
Ball. See. Pitch high. No, no.
Another full count here from McPherson. Gets a swing and a miss. Or out number 1.
Number 88, Atlas, Best.
Slow grounder, Marsh to Spears. Spears to Lewis to end the inning. Keeps it a 4-0 game as we go bottom of the 4th. Lewis, Everett, and Salmon do it for the Bombers.
First baseman, number 58, Nina Lewis.
There's his right.
Hostess is locked in. Ahead 0-2 here. Correct to first. Dapper will step on the bag for out number 1.
The designated hitter, number 9, Collins Everett.
yeah, Amos just having a pretty great season as well. 2 starts, 17 Ks. 0.86 whip.
Third baseman,
8-4.
number 3, Tyson Salmon.
That's low.
Up the middle, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Mostes. And we'll head to the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 94, Jab Dapper.
And another extra base hit. This one soaring into the gap.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 20, Kason Faulkner.
No, inside. See.
Under up the middle, Spears will go to first for out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 13, Hank Hess.
Faulkner's turned away for the first time here tonight.
See.
We'll see back to neutral as well.
Another base hit. Not enough speed on the runner. Once again, the Astros have runners at the corners and just 1 out here.
Designated hitter, number 4,
Home run hitter Madeline Undermeyer her last time up. The 2-run shot into right center field. Places another one into right. Caught by Levine, but deep enough for the runner to tag and score, and it's 5-0.
now batting, the shortstop, number 23, Rhett McClary.
Looks like it'll end the inning here.
Another run for the Astros.
Astros
Oh, sorry.
getting another though. Yeah, but go ahead.
Now
No,
batting,
you're fine.
the shortstop,
Daydream Mostes, we saw. I mentioned at the start of the game. Careful on the pitch count, but seems to be averaging
Yep.
out pretty cleanly.
Threw
And,
30 in the first inning, has only thrown 35 here from the second inning on. Struck out 6 now.
41, Fisher Barajas.
Left down.
Barajas will
Right?
not
Oh.
have his first hit of the season.
The left fielder, number 41, Corbin Guzman.
2 down, Corbin Guzman.
Pitch hard. Outside.
Another 1-2-3 inning for Mostes. Top 6. Bombers not showing up in this one at all. 5-0 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Number 9, Parker Rivera. second baseman, number 33, Boston, Dakota. Now batting, the right fielder, number 8, Drew Knockmore.
Ball. Pitch hard.
1-2 to Knockmore. Into left center. That will be caught at the track for out number 3. Well, it's the bottom of the 6th, top of the order, due up for the Bombers.
Now batting, center fielder, number 35, Alexandra Grant.
Ball.
Jesus.
Little strikeout.
The right fielder,
Here's
number 21,
Josiah Levine.
Josiah Levine.
You bet that's a strike.
See how long most of this can go. I think the Bombers want to make some progress this game. Probably need to
And
get her out of the game.
Palacios has now got company at the top of the strikeout leaderboard. Most stats now at 20 Ks on the season.
No high.
It's 8 here tonight. She ties the league, but Marsh will go yard to make it 5-1.
Not bad. Get a little momentum going. 453 as well.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 58, Danita Lewis.
Pitch hard.
Swing whenever you're ready.
No, low.
Grounded to short, McClary. That will end the inning. Bombers find the scoreboard, make it 5-1 as we go top 7.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 88, Atlas Best.
See if McPherson can get through this inning. We'll get a little bit of help here.
Now batting, the first baseman.
This is a weird
number
trend I've
94,
seen with
Dapper.
McPherson. He gives up runs early in the game, but in the back half he's fine. It's really strange. Because like his first start against Area 51, he gave up.
Now batting,
Oh,
the
fitness.
center fielder,
That was a fitness.
Looks like there's an injury.
Mason.
That was the first
for the
baseman Best
Astros.
or Dapper.
Pulled hammy. I don't remember how bad a pulled hammy is, but it doesn't sound great.
No, low.
Kept him in the game, so it might not be too bad.
Well, he got out, so I don't think it'll.
Faulkner will be aboard for the 3rd time tonight.
Now batting, the third baseman, number. Now pitching.
I'll bring in Kellen O'Connor.
Connor.
Ball. Foul ball.
Under to Salmon, and that will retire the side. We'll go bottom 7th. Everett, Salmon, and Spears due up.
Now in the game, a
Dapper
lineup
will get
first
pulled
baseman.
for Peterson.
So down a week. Little ground out. Start the inning. Most is still doing pretty well at 91 pitches right now.
No,
Locked
inside.
in.
Salmon with the only other hit today apart from the home run
No, outside.
from Marsh. Grounds this one to short. McClary in time for out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 15, Piper Spears.
0-2. That's going to be another 1-2-3 inning for Mostess. We'll go top of the 8th, still 5-1 here.
Now batting.
3, 4, 5 due up for the Astros.
Madeline Undermeyer.
Listen.
Nice snag there by Lewis.
Batting. The shortstop, number 23, Brett McClary.
Larry going 0-3 on the day. See if we can get his first hit.
That's a strike. Steve. That's foul. That's up. You.
And that he will not. Gonna be a K.
Now batting. The catcher, number 9, Parker Rivera.
2 down now,
Guevara.
Guevara. 375 for the catcher.
Little hack activated as well as contact for swinging new pitchers. So pretty much maxed down the contact bar, but he's gonna get struck out as well. That's 2 in the inning.
Time running thin for the Bombers, down to their final 6 outs here, trailing by 4. Oh, that one is off the
Oh.
glove of Dakota, and the runner just able to
And-
beat it out.
Just able to beat it out.
So an infield single off the error. It's not actually a base hit.
Now pitching.
And Mostess will get pulled in favor of Priscilla McGregor.
A lot of velocity, but not a lot of junk on those curveballs and sliders. Decent accuracy as well as composed for 3-ball counts, but that's going to be a double play right off of the error that was given up by the Astros.
Sandra Grant.
No, that's high. Hey.
2-out foul ball.
That's outside. You.
And that's going to be a strikeout to end the inning.
Pretty sure she
Up and
struck
out
out
they go.
every time here tonight.
Now batting. The second baseman, number 33, Boston Dakota.
Hunter doing nicely in relief. That's his 3rd.
Number 8, Will Knockmore.
That's inside. Nope, that's high.
Full count.
Another
count.
strikeout.
Number 4 now.
Fielder, number 88, Atlas.
Now O'Connor's just 1 strikeout away from the 20K club.
It's high.
There's another strike.
And he'll
And
get
that'll
it.
do it.
Last chance
So-
for the Bombers. 2, 3, and 4 due up.
The right fielder,
For the
number
tie, 5 to
21,
win.
Zaya Fluffy.
That's a strike.
It'll bounce to short for second. Pardon.
The second baseman, number 66,
Hit
Fowler.
2
Marsh
balls.
has the home run today.
Hit 2 balls out of the infield today.
I think it's all gone to second base. And McGregor is locked in as well.
No, no.
Oh, there's a single into right. So
Now batting,
1 piece at a time.
number 58, Danita
a little bit.
Lopez.
Lewis with a 400 average.
Hope they don't try and make him steal.
Oh,
That one's not enough.
no. And it'll be last chance here for the Bombers. Collins Everett.
Number 9,
0 for 3, I believe, on the day.
Everett.
Nope, inside.
He is locked in.
My God.
And that'll do it. So the Astros take it 5-1 against the Bombers for the first game after
Absolutely
getting 9 hits to 3.
dominate.
Dear.
Just 3 hits for the Bombers, 2 of them from Marsh. Just a really pathetic performance from the Bombers. 0 for 4 for Brandt, 4 strikeouts. He's got like 90
Golden
contact.
sombrero there.
Top of the order, getting the job done. 6 of the 9 hits from the Astros from the top 3.
If Faulkner isn't in the MVP list, I
Oh,
don't
he
know
has to be top
where he
bill,
would be.
honestly.
But yeah.
Mostes
Mostes,
one earned.
absolute. I mean, just great game from Mostes. 1 earned.
And
Yeah,
Faulkner
there it is.
actually falls to 3rd.
There it is.
Undermeyer gets the 2nd bill with the home run. Both teams will move to 4 and 5.
It's gonna be tough in that division. A lot of veterans. I think we calculated it was the most the division with the most years as far as managers go. So we'll have to see how that pans out.
Talked to Josh earlier this week. Just
Schools of Rock, wrong fielders, both 3 and 5, I believe.
Yep.
So looking to get ahead, get back into this season. And this was would have been a wait. Yeah, weren't the wrong fielders in Heroic last season, right?
Yeah, the wrong fielders are heroic.
Yeah, so or this season. I don't know. I don't know why I thought this was a division match, but yeah, cross con.
Well, it is confusing because the wrong fielders are technically the Vikings,
Oh,
right?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know. I'm
something.
No, it's something like that happened. I don't remember. Yeah, I think that's right. This was those Sonics that beat the wrong fielders became the Sonics, and then the Vikings became wrong fielders. I think.
Right. That was. But we have Schneider on the mound here.
I got jumped into the number 1 spot from that injury we were talking about earlier. Had to make the spot start, and that didn't go well. My memory serves me correctly.
This is also a. Oh, that's. Oh no. But I was about to say that is a two level workhorse, so we'll probably be able to get pretty far into this game as long as they don't get lit up too much.
See if the Skulls continue their wins only against the Heroic Conference. So far this year, the Skulls have beaten the Knights, Sonics, and the Liberty. And are 0-5 in conference. Strikeout there.
Strike out. Here's Kip Shaw. Back again. And 1. Make the short to end the inning. So we'll have Joseph Dillon Wolf here facing Bolt Chung.
Number 17, Reese Joseph.
Falls behind and K Collector. That is actually kind of a funny combination of traits to have.
He makes up for it. You know, they're tough hop,
Yeah.
but second baseman able to stay with it. enough to get the out at first.
Viviana Dillon.
Viviana Dillon. I think utility might have gotten a decent buff in this game compared to last season.
Well, it
because-
definitely changed because utility was just utility in the last game. Like, if you had it, you were a utility player. But now with, like, the incremental nature of, like, the traits, like, 1 bar only gives you, like, a 5 or 10% reduction,
Right.
and then, like, 2 bars gets you, like, maybe, like, 20, 30 or something, and then 3 bars is where there's, like, no penalty on the utility.
Yeah, it's pretty good. As there's a strikeout here to end the inning. I think we haven't seen it as much, but there's going to be a lot more flexibility as far as lineups and positions. So I think those sort of I don't know, defensive traits.
Unless you're
I
the
think are-
Dragons.
Yeah, that's it's tough for those guys. But that's single up the middle here.
First hit of the game. Took the time to add the stars in. Missing those.
Oh yes, and my 2 stars.
I did. I gave the retrievers a star, and then I put like 2x over it.
Ah,
I don't know how legible it will be actually in the game.
Yeah, that's one thing is
The jerseys are
imagination
whack
being
in
a
this
little
game.
wonk in this game. But I mean, we don't have the at least as far as I've seen the catcher having both uniforms.
Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Now back, the right fielder, number 88, Evelyn Patmore.
Gonna be caught stealing
In the
in
inning,
At ground roll,
I had bottom 2.
level 2.
So let's see. Wrong fielders trying to catch up in the Legends division. 3 games back of the Knights, sitting at 6-2 on the year. Whereas the Skulls in the basement of the Galaxy, 3 games back of the Mythic.
The designated hitter, number 26, Brock, you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough in the Galaxy. Pretty much every team there is over 500 except for the Skulls. I mean, Mythic I think we're lossless up until their 7th game, so
The Skulls on the outside looking in at the start of this week. Just a game behind the High Rollers at 4-4 in the wild card. Wrongfielders currently sitting in the final wild card spot, being a game above the rest of the conference. Express Dragons, Liberty, and Moonshots all sitting at 2-6.
yeah. And with that expanded playoffs, it's gonna be a little bit easier to make it into the playoffs, but getting as far as making it to the quarters or finals, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Pitching duel here early.
Number 88,
Just 1 hit through 2 full innings. Schneider's locked in.
And that's the thing with these workhorses, if you let them get locked in early, it is going to be tough to get them out of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll probably help. Little single in the right field.
Cheeky base hit brings the mojo down.
now batting, the catcher,
Yep.
number 60, Albert Batista.
No hits on the season for Bautista.
Yeah, I think this is the backup catcher. I'll find some real estate.
And finds one.
Ooh,
Just barely though.
Now back, the first baseman, number 50, Testy Figueroa.
Not a lot of speed on the base paths or the Skulls, so we'll see. Hopefully get something in the air.
One and 2 the count. Oh no.
Oh,
Dangerous throw to second
Okay.
there, especially deep down the line.
Number 9.
But as you mentioned, not a lot of speed. At least gets him the out at second, puts runners at the corners to the leadoff hitter, Luther Bugby.
that one's in the air. Probably
Should
score
be
a
deep
runner here.
enough.
But yeah, Hogwash does not have an arm out in center field, so
Now batting, the second baseman, number 5, Abel Tang.
Up inside. Up high.
Rounder, Castillo catches up to it. Gets him out of the inning, but the Skulls do take the 1-0 lead here. On Mayor due up for the wrong fielders.
see if they can get their first hit on the game. Chung locked in. It's not going to be Hogwash.
Now batting, the catcher, number 13, Chris Fuentes.
And Chung also, he has 18 Ks on the day, so we'll see.
Oh wow! So
Or
we
not
could
on
have
the, not on the day, on the season so far.
quite a few join Palacios, and honestly, Chung here the best chance to take the K lead actually.
Yeah, and is it Palacios? How many starts have they had?
2. He's the ace for the Lumberjacks.
The second
Yeah, so he'll have his chance to get back.
Yeah, he'll have a
At the
chance
moment.
either tomorrow night or Thursday. Let's see if I can figure out who they play.
Here's a first hit from the wrong fielders as well.
Will be Thursday night, and they'll play at the Walkers.
At the walk. Okay. So we'll have to see how that continues.
So runner aboard here, just one out for the wrong fielders, getting their first hit of the day, but then striking out makes it 19 now for Chung.
17, Reese Joseph.
So,
That one will fall just foul. And
ooh,
there is
strike three.
20. So now 4 pitchers at 20 strikeouts this season.
Number 32.
See if Snyder can get back into the groove in the top of the fourth. Facing Kipshaw again. And looks like Kipshaw not having a great season. I mean, he was, big name for the Skulls
Yeah,
a
he
couple
was
seasons ago, but
he was actually one of my first few picks,
Number 8.
and then he got traded to the Monstars, and then got made his way to the Skulls. And a top round pick, not doing that well. Tough. Ooh, an error. Another error from the second baseman.
Baseman,
Seen a
You know,
couple
I
of
was-
those.
I was just about to say Castillo having a decent defensive day after he made the catch, but then he
Has a lot of speed too.
and,
Goes runner is there without a question.
pretty big, and now they're worried actually. And there it is.
Easy come, easy go.
Caught stealing. And another K for Schneider. So we'll go to bottom 4 for the wrong fielders.
Fielder, number 32, Viviana Ellen.
grounder to third base.
The first baseman,
Oh my god, I have to mute these people.
Lane Wolf.
Oh, nothing count to Wolf. And strike 3. That'll bring up Singh.
Number 3, Aiden Singh.
3 homers on the season, 406.
And there is the K leader now, Chung with 21.
And he still has probably 3 more innings.
Yeah,
to
at very least.
increase that. Plus locked in the NK collector. Full count now.
And make it 22.
And there's 22. 687 for the Skulls.
Left fielder, number 20, or Carroll.
Hard hit to right field, but caught.
Now batting, the right
The first
fielder,
pitch.
number 88,
There's Hatmar.
Evelyn
Single on the day.
Hatmar.
Fouled off, 0-2, whiffer activated. And there's a K.
Now batting, the catcher, number 60, Albert Batista.
Bautista also has a single. No RBIs on the season yet, though.
2 down. Castillo a chance to redeem himself. Makes the out. Guy is rattled there at second. That's a big
Yeah.
red flag defensively. Wonder if that last error took him there, actually.
I would bet so.
Buck Hugo.
And it can be pretty hard to get these players out of rattled nowadays, and they carry over, so you have to be really careful. I think a lot of managers might have to get used to not having, or I suppose having to invest in a bench, especially like defensively, because you may want to take out a player to get their mojo back to normal, or injuries. So I think we'll have to see how that plays a bit later into the season.
Chung's on fire.
And another K for Chung.
Number 4,
23 now. 65 pitches into the game. And he'll get a ground out for 66.
It's not like Schneider hasn't been doing pretty well either. I mean, he's got 5 here through 5 full. Just one unfortunate
yeah.
sacrifice fly.
Gave up that one early on and is finally returning to locked in. Get a little grounder to Castillo. A lot of action at second base today, I think. Here's Bugsby, another player over 500. A lot of contact, as well as a tough out at level 3, and that's active now. Some good contact to center, but caught by Hogwash. Hogwash also rattled. And Abel Tang at the plate now, also rattled. Two count. And another strike. So honestly, a lot of focus on pitching so far today.
Catcher, number 13, Chris
There's Fuentes, single on the day. Looking at to get back into the game for the wrong fielders.
Go inside. Let's go.
A collective activated on the 2-2 count. And
My
an
word.
okay. I mean, that's looking at probably 10 so far on the day for Chung, maybe 8 or 9.
Probably I'd say around 8 or 9, yeah.
And he's looking at 73 pitches right now in the bottom of the 6th. Get a little dribble for the first. Here's Joseph, got rally starter active. See what he can do.
Okay, that's active. Wasn't sure if that only activates later in the game.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact activation conditions for that one. I do sometimes confuse it with right in front of him. Similar to what is it, clutch that activates under pressure or something,
Right.
or, and then stimulated as well.
Yes.
in the 8th and
Yeah.
9th, so.
There are a few that are kind of confusing.
Kip Shaw here. They'll make one to center field, but caught by Hogwash.
Designated hitter, number 8, Cecilia Kent.
Kent up to the plate now. A overall rating. I believe there's only a handful of those. He will strike out.
Very pitcher heavy. Schneider here has dropped his ERA by almost 3 points. Home run song is playing? Oh, whoops.
How about the left fielder, number 24,
I might have
Carroll.
accidentally clicked that.
Runner on first now for Carroll. He's locked in. Really good chance here for the Skulls to add to their score as he gets a single into left field.
Now batting, the right fielder,
Now I'll bring up Evelyn Hatmore,
Evelyn Hatmore.
who is 10th as whiffer as well. I wonder if they might have nobody to pinch hit. Okay. I feel like we've been seeing a lot less pinch hitting this season.
Yeah, we
compared
haven't
to
seen a
last as
whole
well.
lot at all, yeah.
And she'll go 0-2. Does that make it?
Uh-oh. Ooh.
No.
Got it by a step.
Yeah. So, go to the 7-inning stretch. See if the wrong fielders can back into this game. Let's see, Chung at 77. Still has some pretty great stats, but will start to drop off soon. Two count to Dylan.
25 now. Do you think we'll see a pitcher get to 100 this season? I mean, these
Well, I mean, if we're at, we have 32 games, so each starting pitcher gets what, 8 starts?
yeah, that'd work out.
I don't think we'll get to 100. I mean,
No?
the math. Well, I'm just trying. I mean, I'm doing it the math way, right? Because
Right.
if we're 3 games in, and Chung the leader is at 26 now, so that would be like 8 per game. So probably in the 60 range is probably where we'll end up. If if I did my math right.
Yeah, you'd
I
have
don't
to-
know. I haven't
I think you'd have to
I haven't
actu-
taken a math class
you'd have to
this
extra
year.
average about over 12 per game, it looks like.
That'll be out 3. So 2 innings left.
12 and a
That
half
isn't
per
really
game.
Albert
anything.
Batista.
12 and a half per game. Okay, so I mean that could be more, but you never know. Like if it's just a hot streak. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we will.
Yeah, that'd be a tall order. I mean, Chung is probably the closest one to setting the pace for it, if it's possible.
We'll have to see how Palacios does in a few days, but full count now. Grounder to Joseph. To Wolf.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 15, Testy Figueroa.
Figueroa. Ooh. Really great off the bat, but it's a bit foul.
Schneider's at 105 pitches now. Still has some left in him because of Workhorse, but
Now batting,
even at
the
that, still
shortstop,
probably towards the
John
end.
Luther Bugby.
Well, his bars show that he's
I
only
mean, his
just a little
bar
bit
is
behind.
at 106 pitches, basically about the same, loss of stats as Chung, who was around 70, 76, I
Now
think.
batting, the second baseman,
Maybe that was an
number 5,
inning ago. I'm not
Abel
sure.
Tang.
Up the middle though, that's 2
Two
runners
on,
with
2 out.
Now batting, the center field, number 32.
And Kip Shaw over 3 on the day.
Falling down to tenths despite being consistent. Pretty
I
hard.
think that's probably what's helping him, right? I mean,
Yeah,
to
not be
going
rattled. Worse.
right? And that's not gonna help. 0 for 4 for Kip Shaw.
Bottom of the
And-
8th, just 1 hit on the day, and Chung has 12 strikeouts tonight.
Designated
Wow.
hitter, number 26, Brock Hugo.
So if you take the 12 away, he came into this game with only 14, so 12 and a half. You need to be at 37 to be on pace. So yeah, 100 is going to be not possible.
But he'll.
He's trying
gonna
his
try.
best. He is
Yeah.
trying his hardest.
Number 44, Rush Rosales.
27 right now. And he still probably has 2 or 3 more batters depending on how they go. Maybe even more.
With him
He
being on
has-
fire, they may try to give him the CGSO.
And that'll do a grounder to third. So Hogwash up is going to
Nuptials.
actually Nuptials. The rally starter.
And it's just a 1-run game too. Like, one mistake here by
Right.
Chung, and it's a brand new ball game.
And it's crazy to think like some of these positions Chung could get the loss, even though he's had, probably one of the better starts we've seen the whole season. The old Otani situation, I must say.
And we'll head to the top of the 9th.
Now batting. Now in the game.
Both of these pitchers are looking for the complete game.
Yeah. See if Schneider can last just a bit longer.
Out of the reach.
Oh no.
That may do it.
Yeah. And as Moto's down, I think that's probably going to be it for Schneider here.
Iggy Jones.
Iggy Jones, the closer.
0 ERA.
Yeah. Also a K collector. just has the 4-seam as well as the curveball. Worried about that base runner. Yep. He'll go.
Ooh.
In time. Rounder to second. That's going to move the runner over to third. So good chance here for the Skulls to put up a little
Double
bit
up
of
the lead.
insurance. Infield in. Yes, double up the lead. As well, closing pitchers returning. We got a full count now. Well, I suppose not returning, but being mandated. And he'll walk Cork, so first and third here. Evelyn Hatmore. I think she had a similar situation earlier, but didn't perform. Once again, worried about the runner. And there he goes, but he's out this time. That'll be a 4-pitch walk.
This is back on the corners.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to try stealing this time, though.
No.
So it's Bautista, last chance. Get some more runs.
Ooh, he's gonna do it.
Mike, it'll get through. So 2 now for the Skulls.
That run does get charged to the starter.
But Iggy Jones will not continue. It'll be Kahua Uptown. Hope to end this off.
Rounder up the middle.
And that he will.
That will end the inning. But they need at least 2 here in the bottom of the 9th. Quis Fuentes, the first man up, the lone hit on the night for the wrong fielders. Oh, and Chung won't get the chance.
No.
Darn. Stiff bottom will come in defensively.
So it'll be Rubble to end the game. Likely. For the Skulls. First out to Big B. First baseman. Here's Castillo, still rattled.
Not quite.
No.
Almost, but that's out number 2.
Rally starter Reese. This
He'll
one's
get the base
down
hit.
the line.
Brings a tying run to the plate.
That'll be Viviana Dillon.
0 for 3 here tonight.
All 7 RBIs this season, though.
And that's
That'll
a
get
base
down.
hit. Is that going to score the run? Kipshaw.
He doesn't have
Nope.
much speed, but yeah.
But both runners into scoring position now for Blaine Wolf. Base hit probably ties it.
Yeah.
Oh, Figueroa
Oh,
saves the game for the
Figueroa saves
Skulls. 2-0. 8 hits for the
There it
Skulls. Batista Kent with multiple hit games. 13 strikeouts by the wrong fielders here tonight.
And
Chung
I
was
believe
fantastic.
All 13 of them go to
Mhm.
Chung.
Rubble getting the save. Loss goes to Schneider. Hard luck loss there. 2 runs through 8 innings of work.
Yeah, that's just tough.
And the
And
pitchers,
he even does it on the MVP.
the pitchers
list.
get the top billing. And Albert Bautista, going 2 for 4 with an RBI, gets the 3rd spot. Actually, I'm kind of curious now. Let's take it to this. So yeah, Chung
No.
plus
Wow.
7 on everyone else. O'Connor, Palacios, and Mostes, but we will see Palacios
Let's see.
get his third start later this week.
We will
and we'll
see
see
as
Guy
well
Young.
Klein tonight.
Klein tonight, Guy Young tonight,
So
Noah Terry tonight. I don't
Yeah.
know. Oh, Daydream Mostes, that was the other one.
Yep.
But Jeterson, I don't. It's for the Sonics offhand. Like Knockmore is a wrong fielders.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? Yeah, I was I was seeing those names, but I didn't know if they were pitching tonight.
Let's see. Let's try and this line. I think I got this back to close to their starting. Barker, Lynn. Browning is at least back to 5. 6 is at shortstop. Drees. First. Off we go to Apple Field for game number 3.
Welcome back to Apple Field. Who's ready for some dingers? Let's go. Now back, the first baseman, number 70, Lydia Ortiz.
So we got the Quacks, a game behind the Mythic. And Liberty sitting in the basement of the Icons right now, 2-6, 3 games behind the Sonics. Like you mentioned, Gustavo Klein at 17 Ks coming into this one. Ooh.
Ooh.
Lydia Ortiz
That's
goes yard.
over. Wow. Just on the wall. Start the game with
Just enough on that one.
Now batting, the center fielder,
It's her
number
second
4,
home run of the season.
Larson.
So we'll see Clive on the mound. He's tense already.
That
but we'll
goes down
see
to
if
tense
he
off the
can,
first batting home run.
He'll probably end up make his way into the 20 club, but
Oh, yeah.
Now batting,
probably
fielder, number 49,
won't be able to catch up to the
Doyle
Bolts.
Connor.
And he'd need 10.
Has elite four seam and rally stopper.
There's one.
We'll get one though.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 37, Catherine Castro.
Castro on fire this season.
500.
Hitting 500.
Nope, that's outside.
3 homers, 11 RBIs.
Get a base knock
Keep it
there.
going.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 18,
Amira
Who
Sheffer.
distracted.
Yeah. The middle.
Back-to-back base hits.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 30, Dipper
Muscles. See what he can do. 310 right now.
Yeah, not bad for a free agent pickup. Probably doing the best out of any free agent pickup, I'd be willing to bet. Unless I'm just forgetting someone. I doubt most of them are in the starting lineup, to be completely honest.
No, I don't remember.
Let me see if I can scroll up here.
Center fielder, number 40.
Okay, Yeoman Solomon's doing pretty well for the Moonshots. Nico Donaldson. We just saw Tobias Nuptials. He's kind of a edge hitter. How is Dion Dudley doing for the Retrievers?
I think he's doing pretty well. I don't have his stats, but he's swapping back and forth with Tirehead.
Box Bentley, excuse me, for Area 51. Jeremy Dudley, Giorgio Bree, Faith Evans, R.C. Finley, Rodrigo Perez, Victor Schaefer, Sage Richards. Ooh, Anson George. That's been the hero for the Lumberjacks the last few weeks. Like, he's come off the bench and has been fantastic. So I think it's a race between George and Dipper Muscles there. Ashbar, Edward Dunlap, Albert Batista.
17, Reiner Feynman.
2 outs here for the Liberty.
Ooh, that one gets in.
That one over the line will probably make it to second. Emmanuel Willis, 536. Probably,
I think he's been flirting with
In
the
the
top of the
top.
league.
yeah.
I think there's someone on the Storm that's hidden up towards the 500s as well as that Quacks person that we just saw.
Yeah, I don't remember where Gossi Correa ended up last game, but I know she was in.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
40.
That game against the Dragons, that went wild.
Yeah, I don't want to think about
The third baseman, number 9.
Hey, at least you won it.
it. Yeah. So, wasn't pretty. But. Little out number 1 here.
So what would you say is the biggest surprise so far this season?
Honestly, I would say, man, I don't know how. I would say probably the Astros. I was thinking that, I mean, they just won their game, but I was thinking that they probably, I mean, it's a tough division, but I was, looking at their roster, and I thought they would do pretty well. I wasn't super, familiar with the Dragons roster, but I did, have some trade talks with them, so I got a decent look at their roster. I thought they would, do pretty decent, but not having a great start to their season. Injuries don't help, of course.
Right.
I mean, Knights, I don't know a whole lot about their roster right now, but historically, since I've been in the league, they haven't really been a huge team, so seeing them at the top is kind of refreshing.
6-2, and 7 of those 8 games have been away games.
Right.
I have to say
Double wins,
Cyclones. And like,
Them too.
not only are they winning, they're plus 24 in RD. Like, miles ahead
the
of
best in the
like
league.
anyone else. Storm is like second best at plus 15.
And you look at their division too, the Stingers and the Diamondbacks, they're not doing too great, so I think Cyclones have a real chance. I mean, they're only 2 ahead right now, but, if this is any sort of precedent, I think they'll have a really great shot at winning the Novas.
Yeah, I think their main competition in that league is that division is the Unicorns, because the Unicorns have pitching,
Right.
like, and a lot of strong pitching. Like Noah Terry still has a 0 ERA. See if he can keep that up here in his 3rd start.
He does strike them out.
Now batting, the first baseman,
But,
number 17, Linnea
that'll end the
Ortiz.
second inning.
Oh, we missed it. Klein up to 20 Ks now.
Oh, joins the club, but let a double go into center.
Now batting
I'll
is
push the
center
Mojo
fielder,
as well.
Number 2, Kevin Larson.
So that makes it 5 members now.
Yeah, I think so. I know we've talked about uniforms. I'm a huge like uniform guy, but I think this game probably has some of the better uniforms of season 10. Liberty looking very classic.
Yes, Liberty does look
Pinstripes,
strong.
and then, I mean, black jerseys just go so well, but I'm always worried, because black does attract heat better than any color, so I'm always worried about the players. But they do look pretty great.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 37.
And here's Castro.
I believe it's Black Storm and Cyclones that have black mains. Oh, the Knights, of course.
Yes.
Now batting,
And I do believe we,
Walker
unless I'm
McCoy.
forgetting, we lost our only black and white team. That was the ball players.
Oh, the Moonshots now. I forgot about that. They had that color change.
Oh, did they go to black?
Yeah, they're black and white. They kind of took over the ball players' color scheme.
Okay. I don't remember like if I've seen that.
First baseman,
They're not doing too hot anyway.
Turn up here, kind of understated for a starter. Like, I feel like she's like maybe an A minus. The velocity and I mean everything's kind of towards the middle. I'd say maybe mid 60s, maybe 70. The accuracy is up there probably. I'd say probably 90. Not flashy, like only 10 strikeouts on the season, but you cannot, be angry about a 1 ERA and a sub 1 whip.
Right. I think accuracy is going to be playing a much bigger deal here. Especially you have more starts, so you need to be a bit more consistent, especially for these starters. I think you can't go wrong with just a completely average velocity and jump and having some good.
Towards the gap, that's going to get down
That's
between
gonna
the
get
left and
down.
right fielder. Turn into a leadoff double.
Good opportunity for the Clacks now.
Designated hitter, number 30, Dipper Muscles.
And it's there's a lot more. You have to make a bit more compromises with your pitchers now. So we'll have to see what kind of
Third baseman,
I don't know,
number 9,
archetypes
Cassidy
tend to be
Simon.
more popular.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot less 90s in every stat.
Yeah,
So
I
you
think
have to think a bit more about what kind of stats you're looking for.
there have been a few relievers I remember seeing last week. One was the High Rollers. The other one might have been for the Sonics, maybe, but they're like super high in both accuracy and junk, and velocity and junk. But their accuracy is like 20, if that, both of them, and their ERAs were in like 6, 7, 8 range.
It's
So-
gonna score a run here.
This is very
On the
interesting if like accuracy may turn out to be like maybe the most important trait moving forward.
Number 99, Colin
Yeah, and I think if you have a low accuracy, you can sometimes hide it in your pen. But if you have a starter, I think you really need to have a decent accuracy just for that consistency, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get you deeper into the game.
Yeah, to get
they're
you like
pitching more.
6 or 7. Otherwise, you're relying on your bullpen probably a lot more than you need to be.
Right. And especially if you want to, even if you have like a 50-ish accuracy, you're still going to be walking a decent bit. That's going to be a fielder's choice.
catcher, number
I
21,
think, a lot of people think like, okay, as long as I, don't walk a whole bunch of people, then it's going to be fine to have just, like a 50 accuracy. But you also think about pitch count, we're looking at, 60 in the, top of the 4th.
Mhm.
I think accuracy will end up mattering a lot more this season. That's just conjecture. But.
No, I definitely agree. And look at Turnham, only 36 pitches here starting off the fourth. He's been very efficient. I think 4 pitches helps. Like,
Right.
I definitely, like, I'd prefer to have, like, most of my starters have 4 pitches, but I had to spend my points during the season to remove one of the, like, the really bad traits. What was it? Oh yeah, noodle arm. And it was on my
Okay.
shortstop, my starting shortstop.
That's
So yeah, that was, I mean, that just had to happen.
Yeah,
not
I
that-
feel like Noodle Arm is probably one of the worst. And on the topic of arsenals, I think a lot of drafting people who are it's going to be a strikeout to end the inning. A lot of people who are if you draft a strong closing pitcher and they only have 2 pitches, it's going to be hard to move them like into this a starting lineup because that pitch count just is hard to improve.
What would you and like everyone else in the chat think of maybe like, because I think it was brought up by Kawashi like last week or the week before, maybe like a mid-season point boost, like maybe we throw in maybe 1 point each or maybe 2 points and it be used in like the manager's discretion if they want to go position, they want to go pitching, be up to them. But I feel like that might help a little bit. But interested to hear your guys' thoughts.
Got a runner on first now for the Quacks. A little strikeout.
The left fielder, number 49,
Excuse me.
Yeah, I also ended up drafting a star CP, so kind of a tough position whether you want those those stats in a starting pitching spot or
Yeah, I might honestly
closing.
mess around, see if McPherson does better in the pin. I don't know if I'll do that right now. I'd probably have to at least wait to make sure he gets his stamina back, but because like I was mentioning, like he does better late in the game, and I have a hard time believing that is coded into the player, but at some point, like
There's some
man, it sure does seem like a trend, because I don't know if I ever finished my thought in that game, but like his first game was against Area 51, and he gave up 3 runs in like the first or second inning, and he was fine. He went like into the 7th, and that was all he gave up. And like, and we saw tonight, like got roughed up towards the start of it, and kind of cruised there towards the end of his outing. Like it's very weird. Like you don't know how much credit to give the game and what is baked into players and stuff, because it really does seem crazy to be like, oh, this guy is an excellent pitcher late in the game. Like we have no basis, like we have nothing to base it off of, but like it's kind of like consistently happening. Like that even happened in like a game I did with myself, like just looking before the season even started. Like that happened too. And it's weird. I don't know. Tinfoil hat.
I mean,
Time.
I know we had some superstitions back in SMB3 about like lineup positions and like people they change the lineup position of a player and suddenly they start doing well. So I don't know. I mean, I find it really hard to believe that it's something that would be programmed into the game, but we have no idea.
Oh, over the head.
Caught.
Oh, and it was Castro
they-
too.
They didn't think it would be caught, or they thought it would be caught, so they couldn't get any further.
Liberty now have 2 on. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th.
It's a good position, but it's wrench for less at the plate, so...
Got 7, 8, 9. Got to get something doing here at the bottom of the order.
We were talking, both games about players who have really high strikeout counts. There's, one for Turnip. But Turnip has been very efficient without even striking people out. Just getting like soft contact, and that type of thing.
That ERA about to fall under 1 here if she can get out of this jam. Designated hitter McCoy. That get out of play. Oh, it did. Oh, it just did.
Oh man, it really looked like it was gonna curve back in, but
The only time that I remember, like a player actually like jumping almost into the stands to make a foul catch was Alfred D'Elia, and I'm pretty sure that was back in SMB 2. Of all players, Alfred D'Elia.
down the line.
Oh, it's a double play. Stepped on third.
Whoa! I didn't even realize like.
Picked up the ball, was on third, and threw it to first for a 5-3 double play to get him out of the jam.
Wow. Liberty not going to be happy about that.
Just Liberty have been
top of the sixth.
very unlucky sometimes this year. Like, the bullpen is bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, the bullpen is rough. But they've also just been, frankly, unlucky at times.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Klein's given up 2 runs. I mean, he's under his ERA for the year, so I mean... Yeah, it's one of those things, especially if you're going against a pitcher whose ERA is about to be sub 1.
Maybe? No.
Not quite.
Now back to the third baseman, number now pitching.
Oh, wow.
And he'll get pulled. Wow.
Was his
I didn't
pitch
think he
count
was
really
doing
high?
that bad. I think it was around like 70.
Oh, only went 5 1/3.
Let's see. Doesn't show. Okay. But he'll end the game with 22 Ks, so...
But he'll be in second place.
The second baseman, number 99, Colin Apes.
His replacement, Fernanda Special.
She's got some good bars, but just the
That's low.
ERA's high. That whip is a little high. Like, I think that's kind of, what I was talking about earlier, just also kind of unlucky. He does come in with a locked-in mojo. Strikes out the
So
side.
got 2 strikeouts, yeah, right away.
So bottom of the 6th, still just a 2-run game. These games have been close tonight, apart really from the first one.
That's inside.
Here's to see what Noah Terry does tonight, especially with turn up here, dealing, getting her ERA to .95. I believe there's maybe 1 or 2 more pitchers with a perfect ERA still in the season. Again, I don't know offhand if they are starters or relievers offhand.
I would think that they are relievers mostly.
Yeah.
I think,
I don't.
early in the season you see a lot of, like, they'll come in for, like, an inning or 2.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if the game would instinctively like put up like a qualifying metric, like look
Right.
at innings pitched or anything, but I doubt it, but I don't know for sure. Down the first base
Down
line,
the line,
Ortiz. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh, that's a huge error.
Oh no, Turnip.
That takes her
She was
down to
doing really
neutral.
well
She
and
was
that
doing
takes her
so
down.
well.
So she can clean up the inning and then go from there.
Ooh, interesting. 2 on and 2 outs now. Should have
Yeah.
ended the inning, has prolonged it, and the big bat of Emmanuel Willis comes up to the plate.
Inside.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been as terrible if it weren't this spot in the lineup either, but that'll be caught.
Floating pop-up caught by the first baseman. The side is retired. Top of the 7th we go.
The catcher, number 21, Burton Getrecht.
Tracked.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think that's how it's pronounced. but-
Yeah, I'm curious on some of these pronunciations by the BA.
I am pretty upset that they call my
Third
player
baseman,
Dig It.
number 70, Linnea Ortiz.
Oh, 3 for
How's
3
that?
Ortiz here tonight.
Now Ortiz having a nice night, locked in.
Ball high.
Made a nice play first to end the inning.
One, two.
Honestly, bad jumps probably not, as far as negative traits go. Probably
Yeah,
not what I
and
want
she
to
didn't
have.
really have a whole lot of speed to begin with, so.
No.
Well, if you're below, like, honestly, 60 speed, bad jumps, like, doesn't really matter. I mean, I guess
Pretty relevant.
inherently for the game it does, because the game still might send them if they have a decent matchup, but,
Right.
well, I don't know what
Okay.
it was. I have to assume it was the Steeler trait. I don't remember if it's still called that or not. Last week, I forgot what team it was, but like I have to assume they had Steeler at top tier because the just sheer speed of them going around the base pass stealing was unbelievable. Like there was no way you're catching them unless you had like a top tier catcher, and even at that, I don't know if you could throw them out unless you just had a perfect storm of circumstances happen.
You want to go into the gap for a single.
And in just a 2-0 ball game, tying run comes to the plate.
This season, catchers, not only are they, moving in and out of the lineup, you have to rely on a backup catcher sometimes. They don't have, as good of arms consistently as we had, last season. So speed is going to be, I think, wow, really great catch there from Cassidy Simon. I think speed, going to be really big here. Like, especially with the field size also increasing, so I think they've done a really great job at balancing out some of this.
I agree. Like you definitely can feel the scale be bigger field wise. Lazy fly ball, Castro.
We'll have to see how long turnup goes.
Might be her last batter here. Maybe one more past him to get him into the 8th.
I don't think she probably should not see the top of the lineup.
Hit hard, but Larson able to track it down, and we go top 8, still 2-0 here. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Quacks.
Generally pretty low scoring day today.
Yeah.
A lot of, talk about pitching and...
Well, back to the aces, so I guess that stands to reason.
Yeah. You know what, Quashio? I don't think that outfielder fielding was as irrelevant as people did think a few seasons ago. I mean, it definitely matters a lot more, but...
Castro makes it a 4-0 game. Fourth home run, 12th RBI. That joins her at 2nd in the league in RBIs. I think it's, why can't I ever remember her name? It's a girl from the Dragons that has 13, I believe. She had the 3 home run game against the Stingers.
The designated hitter, number 30, Dipper Muscles.
Whenever I think of 3-run games, I think of the High Rollers. I think they had a game where they had 2 players get 3-run.
Oof.
Oh, there's a beanball.
And I know it was few and far between back in 3, and I think I even mentioned it some last week. But if a team ever has a 3 beanball game, that is going to be devastating.
Right.
Like, that could be, like, season ending if it happens at the wrong time, too.
Now pitching, Cole.
Oh, I thought there was a runner on that home run.
No, it's just a solo shot.
Just a solo shot.
That'll do it for turnip, though.
Is it Mike Drop? Mike Drop did come in, but I don't think he's a pitcher.
No, it's Kane, I believe.
Bull Kane. And mentioning 0 ERAs on relievers, here you go. Oh, bunted.
Oh, bunted.
Didn't get it far enough out. That was... Needed another, like, 5 feet on that bunt. He probably would have legged it out.
Yeah, here's one for Lynn.
I really like that strategy, though. Like, I even mentioned this
Bunting for
like
hit.
2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, especially with there being a specific bunter trait, if you get a
Right.
player that has pretty good contact, like 70, 80, and like 70, 80 speed, I would love for them to see like making that like an MO. And
Right.
I mean, maybe the reason they don't do that because it almost become, I mean, if there was no way for the AI to really control like this time yes, that time no, it would become it would almost be broken if they were able to execute it perfectly. But I just think that would be a really cool thing, you know, to add to the strategy, you know, like have someone that is able to do that in a situation where you need a base runner to get on.
Right. I mean, bunter and what's the one?
Oh, the
Jump,
one where you get out of the box real quick.
You get out of the box real fast.
Shoot, I know what you're talking about. The negative of that is called slow poke, I'm pretty sure. So fast poke.
Yeah. 2 little shots to the moon here. Top of the night. Honestly, though, even I mean, I have a few bunter players myself, and honestly, I feel like that there has not been a whole lot of bunting from bunter players.
Right.
I don't know about other teams, but I might get
Sprinter. That is called Sprinter.
That's it. Yes.
Gonna be a triple? No. I haven't seen very many
would like-
triples. I only think we've seen one.
No, not particularly. I don't know if there is any in the league right now, but I would like to see some sprinter base rounder players, you know, with some good speed. I wonder if, you know, that could be something.
All right, bottom of the 9th we go. 3-0 Quacks.
3-4-5 for the Liberty.
It's the part of the order you definitely want up.
Right.
Even 273. I take that. That's not too bad.
Well, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, not what you want. Ooh, 484, but 0 for 3 tonight.
Yeah, I need to step up here.
Won't.
Nope, he won't. So probably losing his high spot on the average. Top averages.
Last chance here for the Liberty. That one will be foul. Swing! Gonna miss, and that's the ball game.
Wow.
We're headed for another away sweep. We had an away sweep to end last week, and we're cruising our way towards a second one here. 3-0 Quacks, 10 hits. Ortiz at the top of the order goes 4 for 5 with the home run. Castro 3 for 4. Shepard 2 for 4. Larson did strike out 4 times.
Lots of 0 hits from the Liberty.
Bainman, Browning, Clemens, the only one getting hits. No walks in this game.
Klein, once again, not doing terrible, but just
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't have the batting on his side.
3.63 ERA, just a couple out short of a quality start. Just got out-dueled by Turnup, 5 hits through 7, getting the ERA down to .87. Second win of the season. Kane getting his first save of the season. It's Ortiz, Turnup, and Castro on the MVP board. Wax sweep. And the last game of the night, the one we wanted to see, it's going to be Noah Terry, perfect ERA, against Guy Young. Guy Young is a bit beat up this year. 3.29 isn't the worst. Two opposite teams here. Unicorns 5 and 3, Stingers 3 and 5. To go here. Let's make this in Suarez. Slow Surtees. All right. Off we go. Final game of the night, Red Rock Plaza. Rock Park.
It's, Unicorns could really use to get back against the Cyclones, who are leading
Yeah,
their
take advantage of that loss.
division we took earlier. And Stingers as well in the division, just to get back in,
Tension.
yeah, you know, right off with the Diamond Head, or Diamond Jacks, with the bottom.
That's a swing. No, inside.
17 Ks for Young.
There's a swing.
So put your bets in now, Puppet. What do you think the final score of this game is going to be? Got two top-tier pitchers in this one.
I mean, if, you know, the trend of the day, as well as, you know, knowing the pitchers, it's going to be pretty low scoring. I'm going to go ahead probably like 3-1, 3-2 Unicorns to Stingers.
Ooh, beats it out. So an infield single. You say the Stingers are going to win?
Unicorns, I think.
Unicorns.
I mean, look at that specialist, though. It's just so dirty. And, you know, on a righty?
Yeah. I'll say Stingers win 2-0.
Okay.
I say Noah Terry ERA is no longer perfect on the season.
No, inside.
We could have number 6 in the 20 strikeout club here with Young.
Sure, Terry probably also gunning for that spot.
Go bottom first. Cooper Henson Correa.
There it is, the zeros across the
15K
board.
for Terry.
15. Who also entered the game locked in,
Ooh, interesting.
which is,
Yeah, I believe.
I don't know if we've seen that yet for a pitcher, or a starting pitcher, pardon.
I think we might have seen it once or
maybe
twice.
I'm not paying attention.
But for Noah Terry, I think one of the reasons he comes locked into this game is that in a game that I think we had to sim against the Dragons, they had like a 1-0 win in like 13 innings, and I'm pretty sure he pitched that game. Oh, noodle arm.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that comes into play over in the right field. Talking about that earlier, probably one of the
Ooh,
worst
and
negative
I think
traits
that's a
you can
distractor too. Terry's
have.
accuracy.
That could be, yeah. Really interesting.
Accuracy is gone, but can you catch up to it?
And depending on, you know, what the speed we have on the Stingers, not a great arm behind the plate. Is locked in, it seems, but
A collector. Terry. Out. Oh my!
there it goes. So long, Zero ERA.
So long indeed, and it's a 2-run shot. And I wish I was good at predicting the future where it mattered. And off of Noah Terry of all people.
With, I don't think
As he's locked in.
yeah. And that'll bring him back down as well. So 2 for the Stingers to start off the game at the bottom.
Oh my.
Don't think it's gonna make it over the wall, but
That's a deep
dropping
single.
for a single. Red Rock looking nice as per usual. So that'll put Noah Terry at a 1.06 ERA.
Up the middle, Hayden. Oh, not in time.
Uh,
Man.
it looked like he would have made it, but Rosales with 2 on, 1 out.
There's the strike.
Rattled as well.
Oof.
Won't be recovering this at bat.
Nowhere close to any of those.
Number 22, Turner.
K collector.
No, no.
That's up the middle. Runner at third will stay put. Have Butter with a decent arm. Bases are loaded for the Stingers.
I suppose you could say Have Butter does have a good arm.
Mm-hmm. That will end the threat. But the Stingers do put up 2, the first 2 runs off of Noah Terry this season.
Now back, the first baseman, number 23, Jasper Q.
Let's go.
Now to see what Guy Young can do pitching with the lead.
Great catch by Lloyd.
Now
First
back,
out.
catcher, number 88, Reef Hodge.
Here's
Hodge.
Reef Hodge, 500.
On fire. Catcher. First pitch Slayer.
Yeah, it is tough when you're having, like an on-fire catcher, and you also have to pay attention to their fitness, but you also, don't want them to lose their mojo. That's okay for Young.
Left fielder, number 21, Lawson.
Takes them to the doorstep of the 20K club. Ooh, that one's over the head into the gap.
Pretty much the perfect spot for the stadium.
Now back, the shortstop, number 20, Geist Rogers.
This will end the inning.
Now batting, the catcher, number 20,
Here's Sardines, 440 on the season. Not bad.
Stingers do have some good numbers.
Yeah.
There's the strike.
Here's one of the traits I was looking at a decent bit is pinch perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I have one on my team as well, but he is a starter, so
Right.
it's kind of a weird spot if you want to save them on the bench and get that pinch
Ball
perfect,
inside.
or
Yeah.
just kind of forego that. I think maybe if you have purple in pinch perfect, you might consider it, or if you have tier 3 purple, but
Yeah, I
it's
think
kinda
I
weird.
think I had a pinch perfect, but I think I ended up trading them away. Can't remember who it was offhand.
You're a runner on, and I don't think anybody's stopping this runner.
Oh my.
Does have to be careful of the pickoffs, but now has the rule. This might get down.
Yep. Oh, headed for
And it'll
third.
go for 3.
Oh, cut off by Rogers. I think it was an offline
Don't
throw.
think it was a great throw.
No.
Really great position here for the
There's
Stingers.
the strike.
As I'm starting to
Going to third actually
regret
helps
my
out.
bet.
Helps out the runner, so it activates distractor again to make its second base empty.
Oh, true.
Oh my! That's another home run for Correa! A 2-run shot and a 3-run shot, and it's 5-0 Stingers.
I mean, that's just tough. I mean, Noah Terry had a lot of talk, but
Number 62, dig it.
not having a great appearance early. We get a little fly out for out number 2.
Wow. Was not expecting 5 runs off of Noah Terry.
I mean, won't get through. I'll end the inning, but 3 runs for this inning.
Third baseman.
Home run cycle is on the table.
Brandon Asiago. Now batting,
Grounder.
second baseman,
For an out.
Jamie Hayden.
So I guess now the pressure's on Guy Young.
Oh yeah.
You know, was kind of expecting a pitcher's duel. So, you know, we'll have to see if he keeps up his end of the deal.
Mojo up for
There's
Young.
his mojo up.
Number 8.
Still looking for strikeout number 20. Oh, 2.
I think Have Butter's probably going to need to have a good performance here as well. Probably one of the best lefties that this team has.
Up the middle, diving stop by Wells. In time for round number 3. Bottom third we go.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 54.
Terry up to a 2.41 ERA now. Whip still under 1. Oh!
Oh, nice play.
Second baseman.
I was just about to say, I think it would be cool if there was maybe like a trait that was like kind of like intimidation,
Mhm.
where if you're like on fire or something and you're having a really good game, maybe it'll lower the opponent's stats. I don't know. I'm just thought of that randomly, but full count and a walk to Lloyd.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see how long
The shortstop.
Metalhead keeps on supporting this one, because we'll get the 3rd DLC stadium at the end of this month. Haven't heard anything for patch 4 just yet. I know they've tried to be proactive at fixing a fair amount of things. Things to show a few things they could address. But curious to see how long we get patches for.
Right.
But I've been keeping my eyes out on the the SMB Reddit. Is that there's this guy. He has a way, at least by my understanding, where he can export like the batting stats and like all the stats basically. But it only works for franchise for some reason. He needs to make it to where it works for season as well. But I feel that would be really nice. That way we have like at least a stat sheet to go through or something during these games. And there's another guy that has made a website where basically you can look up all of the any of like the regular like base teams that are in the game. And he said he's going to try and make it to where like I guess it could like read your save on your computer. You'd be able to look at your teams that way. So that'd be a nice way to have like a team stat sheet, like a ranking sheet potentially. But I haven't seen updates from either one of them in a while.
I had the link in my server recently. I'm not sure where it was. There's the same person that made the one for SMB3 as well. So
like one of them's like by Trey Mods or something.
yeah. I'm back in the game, still looking for 20.
And there it is,
There it is.
20. Pitcher number 7, I believe now.
Jasper Hughes.
And makes it 21 for good measure as we head to the bottom of the 4th here. Terry just 2 away from 20.
Fowler and set.
That's inside.
He'll be out. Still tense and 70 pitches, so we'll have to see how long he goes.
Here's Correa with his 2 home run, 5 RBI night.
We'll see. I mean, still pretty early in the game. Honestly, has a good chance to maybe look for 3.
Ooh, swing and a miss. That gives Terry 19.
Just over the head of the shortstop. That'll be...
Ooh, takes a favorable bounce for the Stingers there.
Yeah, we'll make it in the second.
Wow, Terry's already up to 78 pitches here, too.
No, inside.
Yeah.
That's a swing.
And
That down.
I think it was the Stingers who had a weaker bullpen, but... we'll have to see.
Yes, the Stingers have an awful bullpen. They only have 2 bars of bullpen, while the Unicorns, their rotation and bullpen are their second best traits. They have, that's 5 bars. So, yeah, could be, I mean, very different game, give a couple more innings, but right now, 5-0 Stingers.
Yeah, and Guy Young, I mean, he's 48, so he'll probably be in here for quite a while.
It's high.
That's pretty big for the Stingers, to be honest.
Yeah, the further he can go, the better.
Ball inside.
Uh-oh.
A little comebacker. Can he pick it up? No.
It's away from him.
Number 21, Lawson Bland.
That one to
Ooh,
center.
Hoover.
Caught.
Nice speed tracking that one down.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 20,
Nice.
Geist Rogers.
That's a swing.
Defense as well as having specialist way down on him. And that, oh, that curve's fair.
Now batting,
Hold on,
the
rookie
third
there.
baseman,
Does put the
number
runner into
26,
scoring position
Brandon
here for Asiago. Rattled, but a 258 batting average. Swings through the pitch.
Sign stealer.
Now, I'm not sure if Sign Stealer worked at all in the AI games.
I'm doubtful.
Or at the very least, I don't know if it provides any benefit to the batters.
Mhm.
A
Ooh,
strikeout to end the inning.
plate of Maki at Ground Roll Sushi. Located on level
5-zip going into the bottom of the 5th.
the first baseman,
I'll let Terry enters on 83. Probably won't see the end of the inning. Let's see.
No, no.
Still tense. So no, back up to neutral.
Nope, that's high. That's a swing.
Oh my!
Oh.
Does it have enough height? It doesn't.
It's, wow.
Off the top of the
Probably the-
padding.
I mean, that's just the worst part of the park probably to send it as well.
number 22, Turner Lloyd.
And he'll only make it a single as well. Yep, there it is.
There it is. Wow.
So,
Just
only 4 innings.
4 plus for Noah Terry.
Nope.
I don't think he got to 20 strikeouts.
No. And they bring in a pitcher who seems a little bit tired and a little bit tense, so that's makes me sort of curious about the state of the bullpen for...
Ooh. Sneaks under the third baseman's glove, and it's 2 on.
the Unicorns here.
Now batting, the catcher, number 20,
2 on, 1 out.
Sardines.
That could be 2. Nope.
Not go for 2. So 2 in scoring position for Cowie Huber.
Off man up, looking for his first RBIs, and he'll still be left waiting. Stingers leave a pair on, has to go top 6, still 5-0.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 33, Jamie Hayden.
That's a swing. That's foul.
Right to Correa for number 1.
Number 8, Shelley Butter.
Ball, that's inside.
And those dribblers in front of the plate, see those fairly often.
The designated hitter, number 29, Samara Garrett.
That's a strike.
I mean, just look at that contact. Oh my goodness.
A 1-2-3 inning for Young. Go bottom 6.
The right fielder,
It's in 2 for 3 today. Strikes out looking there.
Okay.
Man of the hour for the Stingers. Correa putting all of the earned runs for Noah Terry of the season on the scoreboard. But a fly out.
Double and single on the day from Diggett.
Ball, that's outside.
That one will make it in the play. See, doesn't have a lot of speed, but did make it in the second. So 2 out, runner on second for Bruno Davidson.
Sneak attack sneezes there, sorry.
Hit your base.
Ooh, intentional walk.
Oh, intentional walk.
Ah,
Well, you see, the thing in Kwashi is that Noah Terry strikes them, so. But
Stingers
One
leave
inning
2
here.
on again. That's something to keep in mind as we go later on in this game. The Stingers have left quite a few aboard. Stu hold on to a 5-0 lead with Guy Young still locked in. 71 pitches here starting off the top of the 7th.
That down.
and that'll be another K.
23.
Number 23, Jasper
I
Hughes.
believe if he gets one more, that is second place.
Believe you're right. Ooh.
Oh,
Does that have enough? It doesn't, and Huber tracks it down. Man, it pays to have a lot of speed in center field.
yeah.
I mean, we didn't see Faulkner have to trace much of anything down in game 1, but man, we're seeing Huber cover a lot of real estate in center field. The strikeout to get
And
to
there it is.
24 sends us to the bottom of the 7th. Guy Young's ERA drops under 1 point now. This reliever has done pretty well in relief.
Not bad. Came in tense. Back up to neutral now. Has a few strikeouts.
That one just hooks on top of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, oh.
Nice little bounce off the wall. We'll stop it from being a second double.
Catcher, number 20, Audrey Sartines.
And even though, not a super strong pitcher or a catcher behind the mound, not a lot of speed for the Stingers to take advantage of.
Back to the top of the order. Excuse me. Once again, have 2 on, just 1 out. Chance here to really press the lead even further. This is the second opportunity Huber's had with 2 on.
Ball that's outside.
Oh, he finally gets an RBI! Holy smokes, he kills that one.
Wow.
That was a missile.
First RBI of the day, 463. Or first RBI of the season.
Game of firsts. Was it the first RBIs for Correa as well? I know it was his first home run. See here shortly, I think.
Continue.
No, he had RBIs.
No.
So
His
first
home runs.
first home runs from Correa, first RBIs from Huber. Stingers putting up an 8 spot on the Unicorns.
That's high. Ball that's
Did
inside.
not want to let the away sweep continue.
Mm-hmm. When I said 2-0 earlier, I did not think that was going to be the first inning. The Stingers would do 4 times that.
Yeah.
No, that's outside.
So this does seem to be kind of the black sheep of the Unicorns bullpen. ERA approaching 7 for Stewart. But we'll get out of the inning.
See. Probably last batter. Yeah, Unicorns 3 hits. Guy Young still going pretty strong.
Gotta
in the
figure
top of the
he's
8th here.
close to on fire.
It's high. High.
Yes.
Not if he walks this batter, though.
Fouls.
Ooh!
Oh,
That one is gone. Lawson Flan makes it 8-1.
that will end the shutout.
First home run, another first home run.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 20, Geist Rogers.
Ball. See. Ball. See.
Strikeout 25. Just 2 behind. What was this Skulls guy's name? Was it Flail? Didn't write it down. 2 down now. Probably the last batter Young will face here tonight, as his pitch count tips over 100. Oh, another one off his glove. He's had a trouble with that here tonight. And both times the runner was reached. So if there's one thing to work on for Guy Young, it's comebackers.
Does stay in the game.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Interesting.
doesn't work out for him.
Really kind of ruins what was a good night for him. The ERA is going to pop back up to 3, probably. Yeah, it goes to 3.38. His ERA is higher than it was before he came into the game. He came with a 3.29. Oh, that's some tough irony.
I mean, you know, it is tough. Stingers don't have a great bullpen, but yeah, probably about time to take them out.
Oh, another half butter.
But yes.
And the Stingers
Believe Half Butter
bullpen
just
get...
had the-
Yeah, she did. And the Stingers bullpen get 4 outs. before they give up 5 runs.
I mean, you know what? If there's any team that's gonna give up
Woodland, Sierra.
5 runs in the top of the 8th, it might be the Stingers.
All right.
That's going to be a base knock. Runner from third will head home. And in a blink of an eye, it's 8-4.
Now batting, the first baseman, number
This
23,
is
Gassler. You.
looking a bit long for the Stingers as Cam goes in the 10th.
This should
That
end the
will
inning.
get that.
Caught by Henson. A 4-run 8th makes it 8-4. Ever so more interesting. 5, 6, 7 due up here for the Stingers.
No, Davidson.
Middle.
Leadoff runner aboard.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 54.
Stewart still in at
Pedro
43
Gonzalez.
pitches. 10th is a long reliever. So we'll see.
Right
Probably
back to the
leaving
mound.
soon.
Second baseman, number 22, Turner Lofts. Now pitching, Pierce
There's
Bullseye.
Pierce Bullseye. Has a 0 ERA, but doesn't seem to have played much.
I wouldn't think these would be the 2 players that come out of a bullpen that has that high of a stat bar. I mean, he's not bad by any means, but I mean, it's probably like 60, 60, 50 on the bars. Oh, the runner.
Oh,
Batting, the shortstop, number 43, Hamza
Well.
Wells.
runner on first,
That down.
2 outs. Last chance for the Stingers to put up anything.
Ooh, Rogers in time. Last chance for the Corns. They need 4.
Batting, the catcher,
6, 7, 8 due up.
game, Elian
Offensive substitution at first, Lucero.
And back to neutral.
Nope, that's high. Foul ball. Nope, that's outside.
Full count.
Ball for bigger base.
Oh, walk
Leadoff walk.
first.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 21, Lawson.
Here's a Lawson Flan. Has a homer and a double on the day.
First pitch prayer. Let's go by. Locked in. Takes a strike.
Left
Two.
down.
Ooh. Strike 3 called.
Number 20, Geist Rogers.
Rogers 0 for 3 here tonight. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, that will probably do it for half butter.
Number 26, Brandon
You've got to pinch
Asiago.
Asiago. There's no way they leave in Asiago.
Yeah, I don't get sometimes what the AI does with pinch hitting. Like, unless they just don't have anyone else to play third base. Which, I mean, could be possible.
Now batting, the second
But
baseman.
yeah, I mean,
Now batting,
But they
Axel
bring in.
Reddy.
Maybe they just don't have anybody, but.
Lizzie Kerr.
Man.
Oh, God. She's tense. Golly, this is who you're trying to get the final out of the game.
Oh, dear.
Pitch hard.
Tying run is on deck.
That's low.
3 and 1. Kerr has no
One.
accuracy. Ho, ho, ho,
You
ho.
cannot walk him here.
They're swing and a miss.
swing.
And the Stingers survive. Get a big conference W there, 8-4 over the Unicorns, and Correa, most likely your MVP. 5 RBIs off of 2 home runs, all off of Guy Young. The Stingers had 18 hits in this one. Suarez, Henson with 3 hits, as long as Wells. 8 hits
Yeah,
for the
good.
Unicorns.
Great showing for the Stingers offense here.
Loss goes to Terry. 11 hits. Stewart and Bullseye come in. Win goes to Young. He does get the quality start, though, but those 3 earned runs late kind of soiled what was a really nice night. And 5 strikeouts for Terry. He has 20 strikeouts exactly, so we did miss that. And a 1-out save to Kerr. And it's Correa, Huber, and Havbutter on the MVP board. All right, tomorrow night, what does it have in store for us? High Rollers Serpents.
Ooh, big conference game.
Really
or
need the
division
High
game.
Rollers to win that one. Really can't fall 2 games behind. Division. The Knights Moonshots, Monstars Express, and then Storm Retrievers. At the leaders. Ooh, look, there's Shared Turnip. Top of the board in
Oh,
MVP. Like, I'm going to call this just the MVP board. 20.2, 13 strikeouts. Opponent batting average 197. Wow, look at that. Castro.
that's pretty good.
Can't beat that. She's top of the league now in batting average. There are a couple of Storm
3
players.
over
Donaldson
500.
was one of the free agent pickups. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, no, it wasn't. There was a different Donaldson, I guess. Oh, no, Storm. Yeah, Nico Donaldson. Wow. I got confused and looked at the cycle. Wow, Nico Donaldson, a free agent pickup. 517. Home runs 3 tied at 5. Triffic still top in RBIs. Hits Castro with 19 and ties Lewis in extras. Devin Larson takes over the top spot over Dakota in strikeouts. Interesting. Unscored. Faulkner. Oh, Kent
Faulkner at
there.
the
Still
top.
+2. Maine's just 2 above. I guess Kent stole a couple of bases in 2 that we just missed. Wins, that's going to look pretty much the same. So we've got 3 pitchers left with a perfect ERA. Kawhi O'Connor, Nina Knockmore, and Rylan Contreras.
I do believe we saw Nina Knockmore earlier today. Just for a little, if I'm not mistaken.
There is Shared Turnip at .7. Saves a bunch with 2. Whip Elliott Duncan, the best pitcher in the game, at .57. Opponent batting average as well at .95. Actually, .095. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the leaderboard in 20-plus strikeouts. Bolt Chung, Guy Young, Gustavos Klein, Connor Palacios, and Mostes. But we will see Palacios Thursday night for his 3rd start. Yeah, Guy Young gets taken off the ERA leader, too.
Yeah.
Well, that will do it for tonight. Thank you, Puppet, for helping me out tonight. And that
Thanks for
will
having me.
do it for us. Same time, same place tomorrow. And I'll see you all tomorrow night, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.